programmers, part 4. We're going to figure out how to do the sky visuals, which means a skybox. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. Write this down in your notes. Skybox is a cube surrounding the camera with pictures of the sky on each side. So basically, it would be ocean on the bottom, and this picture is missing the sun. We should see the sun in there somewhere. But we're basically going to surround ourselves with this picture to create the idea that we're in the world. So basically, like if here is your character, right, and then here is like the platforms, and here is the world you're building, you put this giant cube around it and put those textures on it to where it makes it look like you're in the real world. Okay, so how are we going to do this? We are going to do a search for SkyBox free, or you can go to this site and you're going to find these things and you're going to download them. Let's take a look and see what that's going to look like. So we're going to go, you're going to do a search something like free, SkyBox free, and then you're going to click on one of these things and you're going to download it. I got mine from here. I clicked on that and I got a zip file. Okay, so once you find, so hit pause on this video, go find the SkyBox you want to use, get it downloaded. Oh, by the way, when you get it, hold on, it's not going to, hold on. All right, when you get it, it's not going to look like this. It's going to look like 6 individual pictures all chopped up. So I tried to get one of these things and chop it up in Photoshop, and you could do it, but it's going to be a whole lot easier if you just find one where it's all done for you, where the sizes are correct. Okay, so you found your skyboxes, and now what are you going to do with them? Well, what you need to do with them is you need to go into your project. Okay, so here's your project folder. You need to make a folder called Scratch. You need to stick it in there, and then that was what I got. Or actually, I got, what was it? I got that zip, and then when I unzipped it, I got a few different skyboxes. Right, so now you're all set. Okay, so you got your. Well, let's look inside. So let's say I did the. Which one did I? I did the cloudy light. So if you're going to look at these are going to be a bunch of separate pictures. You're going to see that it's going to be a bunch of separate pictures of the different parts of the sky all broken up into cubes. Okay, not cubes, squares. Okay. All right, so open. No, you could do this. You could open up stuff in Photoshop and try to Photoshop stuff, but I don't recommend it. Just forget about that. Just find ones that are already done. All right. Okay, create a full. Okay. Okay, so now we're going to work with Unity. Okay, so now we're going to go into Unity. Okay, so we're going to go into Unity, and inside our assets folder, we're going to make a skyboxes folder. So you right click, create folder. Okay, so you might already have one. Inside here, you're going to right click on skyboxes, and you're going to say create folder, and I made a folder called light rays. Okay, and so all I did here was I just dragged all this stuff from here into there, and it turns it into a texture. Okay, so now one thing you're going to have to do is you're going to have to click on each one, right? And you're going to have to go to the inspector, and you're going to have to go to the wrap mode and change it from repeat to clamp, and then hit apply. And do that on all of this one. Do it on this one, this one, and this one, and this one, and this one, all 6 of them. Okay, so you've taken your PNGs, you can have converted them in Unity to textures, and then we're going to continue on. Let's take a look. Okay, so for each image, okay, we did this. All right, now drag the textures to the texture slots of the skybox. Well, we're not ready for that. Hang on. Okay, so first we got to create a new material. Okay, so what you're going to do is in Unity, you're going to go Assets, you're going to say Create, and you're going to go Material. Okay, so you have your new material, and you're going to name it something Skybox, so I'm going to call it this one Sunny Skybox. Okay, whatever you want to call it. Okay, now the one thing you have to do is you have to change the shader to a skybox. It's a special kind of shader, and then we're going to go 6-sided. Okay, so basically the thing about the skybox is it's really tricky. You got to shade everything right. You have to have the lighting right. Everything has to match up right. And so Unity takes care of it for us, but it's going to do it through this thing in the shader. All right, so now you can see here that we have the front, the back, the left, the right, the up, and the down. So if you got a good SkyBox, you're going to hit select, and then you're going to be for the front, you're going to find the front one. So here's my, what was mine called? Mine was called Cloudy Light. There's a Cloudy Light raised front. Anyway, so you're going to go through and you're going to fill all of these things with the correct image. Okay, so you can, I switched over to this one here. So this was one that I finished, right? And it has all the correct textures placed on the right spot. Okay, so now we have got our material set up. Okay, so now the next step is to actually apply it. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to go to Window, you're going to go to Lighting, okay, and then in the Lighting tab, you're going to choose the correct material. So I'm going to choose the Cloudy Light, drag it in there. Okay, and so now that's going to be the SkyBox that the project uses. So now let's give it a shot. So we're going to come over here, we're going to hit Run, and we should have a scene where we can see the texture. Okay, there it goes. So now you can look around and you can see the SkyBox all around it. So now because we're inside of a walled area, we can't see the stuff below us, and if we could see the stuff below us, it would look a little odd because the way they set it up was blue sky below us. But anyway, that's what you're after. All right, that's it. Finished. Go on to the next day, which is going to be, oh, show me your, oh, I forgot, we're not done. Hang on, you got to show me your SkyBox for points. Hold on. So this is a separate assignment. So we have this thing right here, and you got to do this assignment. So you got to set up your SkyBox and then show it to me, and you're going to get points for that. All right, now we're ready for the next project, which is using custom 3D models. So basically you have to make some, you got to get some, and you got to get some off of some other students, and you have to get some from the Unity store, wherever you can get it. So you want to get some custom 3D models and place it in your game. That's the next project. Ready, get, set, go.